Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right, I am so glad you came to the Bioswale party because I want to tell you the difference between native plants, non-native plants, and invasive plants. And it all has to do with a party. So, what makes a good party? Anybody know?
Drinks.
Drinks, food, that's it. That is so totally it. So we've got the drinking going on, the water, yeah, with this whole stormwater thing. And then the plants, native plants, provide food in flowers, in seeds, in insects. Because, you know, bugs, we grew up with thinking bugs were like, ooh, bugs. But now there's this whole new wave of people who are entomologists who are now the rock stars of the plant world. So can you imagine that a bug guy, Dr. Bug, is now a rock star in the United States? Well, it is. His name is Dr. Talamy, and he did studies of how many little caterpillars that little chickadees. Does anyone know what a chickadee is? That cute little black and white bird that's maybe 3 inches long. Oh, they're one of my favorites and they sound so cute. So anyway, the birds will come where there's food. And the Audubon Society says, hey, how many birds you have is how healthy we can tell that your landscape is. And there's a whole lot going on about migration and birds and where they are and the wildlife. So if you plant natives in your landscape, and there are all kinds of natives, there are ground covers, there are trees, there are shrubs. So it's every kind of plant you can imagine in form and shape, as you can see out here, because I would call this a diversity of shapes and colors and sizes and looks. And it's also a diversity of food for the birds. So this is called a spider flower. Hymenocallis spider flower, great pollinator. It comes up, it lives on the edges of water in nature, and has these huge, big white flowers that are to just knock you down. Love those. So we have all the trees and shrubs around here, and many of those have flowers anyway. And we can talk about that as we go through. Does anybody know what this is? Plant people shush. Right.
Just because if you look at the leaves, you cannot smoke it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it does kind of look like that. I mean, not that I know, said the mother of the daughter who's standing in the audience. So this is anybody want to shout it? Now the plant people can say it.
I'll let everybody else use it.
A native hibiscus. It's not the hibiscus that you find in every yard down in South Florida as a hedge. This is native, and it actually lives out there in the wild. If we really went back there with a wildlife biologist, we could so find one. This looks tiny now, but it will be this tall and have all these huge red star-shaped flowers. In fact, it's called the Texas star, but it's also native to Florida. I call it scarlet.
And each flower only lasts 1 day.
Well, I'm not telling them that.
Oh, but then
okay.
you put another one on. It's all good.
Right. So they're fabulous. Hummingbirds love them. Hummingbirds are awesome. If you can get them to your yard, it's just like, oh, what a joy. Okay, and so this is one of the other colors, and although there's food everywhere else, so the the hummingbirds eat from this, and the canna, these grow about 6, 7, 8, 9 feet tall. They're huge, and these are the native cannas. Later on, we'll put some shorter cannas in for color. They're all related, but these are the natives. They have yellow flowers about like this, and they'll be swaying in the wind around the edges of the bioswale to give pops of color. So anytime that you bring food to your landscape, the natives do it. Non-natives, not so much. And invasives, have you heard about invasives? Well, they steal the food. They take away the space of the land that the natives can take. So let's not invite the invasives. Let's invite the natives and put our arms around and hug the non-natives that are a lot of them are the Florida friendlies. So thank you all for coming. I'm so excited to have you. And as we layer this in, we are going to be bringing birds. And we had our first bird last night at the staging. It was blue for UNF. And it was a blue gnatcatcher. Does anyone know that bird?
Super cute.
Oh, it was so cute. And it has a little white ring around the eye, and it was probably that color blue. Absolutely incredible. It was back there on that bush. Wow. So we'll have more birds. This will become a bird garden. I hear that there is an Audubon campus program starting up here, and we might have a few people in the audience who might be interested in starting that. So if anyone else is interested in birds and projects and hanging out with people from other schools in nature, contact me. All right, thank you so much for helping. Ask me any questions.
Happy